Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Soul Harmony channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
A thick fog clings to the dark, winding mountain road, obscuring the path to Marrow Hill radio station. Headlights pierce the eerie mist as Marcus Hale, a journalist driven by purpose, navigates the treacherous route. The car's engine hums, a lonely sound in the vast, isolating night. The atmosphere grows heavier, each curve of the road deepening the sense of foreboding. Marcus arrives at the gate, the abandoned radio station looming a silhouette of decay against the night. Barely visible through the fog, the faded 103.7 FM sign hints at forgotten broadcasts. He steps from the car, the crunch of gravel echoing in the silence. Each footstep a commitment. Neglect permeates the air, a palpable sense of isolation enveloping him as he approaches. Marcus steps into the abandoned radio station, dust swirling in the dim light, coating the silent, vintage equipment. Cobwebs hang like ghostly decorations, shrouding the room in an eerie silence, a testament to forgotten broadcasts. The on-air sign glows crimson, an unsettling beacon in the station's decay. Marcus stares into the glowing light, muttering in disbelief. That thing shouldn't have electricity. A faint, distorted whisper slithers from the radio speakers, unsettling the silent studio. Marcus freezes, his blood turning to ice, as the unnatural voice invades the air. His eyes dart around the room, searching for the source of the eerie intrusion. A palpable sense of dread fills the studio as the voice echoes in the empty space. "Marcus, welcome back," the voice whispers, laced with an unsettling familiarity. The studio lights flicker, casting long, dancing shadows that amplify Marcus's growing terror. Marcus ventures into the depths of the silent radio station, each step echoing in the stillness. The control room emerges from the shadows, a beacon of faint light in the abandoned facility. Lydia Rowe stands at the soundboard, her fingers dancing over the knobs with practiced ease. She adjusts the soundboard, lost in a world of static and forgotten melodies. Turning towards Marcus, a warm, enigmatic smile lights up her face, hinting at untold stories. The control room is dimly lit, dust motes dancing in the air, showcasing vintage equipment. Lydia stands confidently, a stark contrast to the aged surroundings. Marcus eyes her warily, a mix of curiosity and disbelief etched on his face. Lydia's voice echoes. "I introduce myself as the sound engineer." Marcus questions, "How can you be here? This station has been closed for decades." In the control room, Marcus hesitates, his gaze flickering across the equipment before settling into the chair. He leans forward, the weight of unspoken questions heavy in the air. "Who sent the anonymous email?" Marcus asks, his voice a low hum in the tense atmosphere. Lydia silently points towards the microphone, a silent accusation hanging in the air. A sudden crackle from the microphone amplifies the suspense. The room holding its breath, a distorted voice echoes, sending chills through the control room. "Me." In the control room, Marcus recoils, his face a mask of growing unease as the unnatural voice echoes around them. The weight of the unknown presses down, filling the room with a palpable sense of dread and mystery. Marcus turns to Lydia, his voice laced with disbelief. "Is this some kind of joke?" Lydia meets his gaze, her expression grave. "No, the voice. It wants to tell you what happened at the station," she whispers, her words heavy with foreboding. Dim light reveals rows of tapes in the archive room. Marcus, unshaven and haunted, faces an old reel-to-reel player. His trembling hand presses play. Static hisses, then a blood-curdling scream shatters the silence. A man's voice crackles through the speakers, a desperate warning cutting through the noise. "Don't open the door. It's not him. It looks like him, but..." The voice warns, echoing in the room. In the radio station's archive room, the reel-to-reel tape slaps to a halt, plunging the room into thick, heavy silence. Lydia's voice cuts through the quiet. They weren't killed by equipment malfunction. Her eyes reflect a chilling realization. Something else walked into the studio that night. Marcus stares at Lydia, his face etched with disbelief and fear. Marcus asks, his voice laced with dread. "Something else? What do you mean, something else?" In the archive room, dust dances in Lydia's flashlight beam, highlighting endless rows of forgotten tapes. Lydia's face is pale, fear etched deeply, as she whispers about the entity's ability to copy voices and faces. Her flashlight beam shakes wildly as she gestures, the light cutting through the darkness. "It used the broadcast to lure the crew out one by one," Lydia says, her voice barely audible. Marcus stares at Lydia, his eyes wide with a mixture of fear and disbelief. Marcus's voice trembles as he asks the question that hangs heavy in the air. "Did it kill them?" Dust motes swirl in the dim light of the archive room, illuminating rows of forgotten tapes. Lydia's voice trembles, filled with dread. "It's worse than death." An unseen presence echoes. "Lydia, don't lie to him." Shadows dance as the lights flicker, the air thick with the scent of decaying memories. Marcus and Lydia burst into the radio station, their urgency palpable in the dim, flickering light. Inside the recording booth, a figure stands bathed in an eerie glow, an unsettling presence in the confined space. Marcus reels back, his face etched with disbelief as he beholds the impossible. A perfect double of Lydia. The imposter's chilling gaze pierces through the glass, a silent threat hanging in the air. An unnerving stillness descends as the doppelganger deliberately places its hand against the cold glass. The mirrored touch sends shivers down the spine, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. Cold fluorescent lights hum in the soundproofed recording booth, an unsettling prelude to the night's events. The imposter's distorted voice scratches from the intercom, a chilling invitation. Marcus Hale, your turn. Lydia's frantic warning pierces the sterile air, her voice raw with urgency. Don't listen to it. Her eyes wide with fear, she shouts. If it speaks in your voice, it can replace you. Anxiety hangs heavy, the threat of mimicry and replacement turning the booth into a pressure cooker. In the radio station's dimly lit hallway, Marcus's rapid breaths fill the silence as his eyes dart nervously. The walls seem to close in, amplifying the weight of their dire situation. Lydia's voice, a strained whisper, cuts through the tension. The entity survives by becoming whoever hears it. The building groans, a resonant sound as if a monstrous entity awakens within. Echoing footsteps approach rapidly from behind, signaling imminent danger. Dim fluorescent lights cast long shadows down the radio station hallway, the silence broken only by a faint hum. Behind the glass doors of Studio B, shadowy figures move, their actions obscured by the dim light. Lydia, her face pale with worry, urgently pulls Marcus along, fear etched in every line. It's copied the whole crew, Marcus, Lydia whispers, her voice tight with rising panic. Hushed, frantic. Come on, she urges, desperation driving her forward into the unknown. Dust and decay fill the hidden archive as Marcus navigates towering shelves, the scent of forgotten voices heavy in the air. His eyes scan the handwritten labels, a silent hunt through the ghosts of broadcasts past. A tape, labeled Peter Hale, stops him cold, the familiar name triggering a shiver down his spine. Recognition strikes like ice, his blood freezing as he confronts his father's ghost in the archive's dim light. In the hidden archive, dust motes swirl in Lydia's flashlight beam, revealing rows of forgotten tapes. Lydia surveys the room, her brow furrowed in thought, as secrets linger in the air. I didn't know your father worked here, Lydia says, her voice echoing slightly in the confined space. Marcus replies, he vanished when I was 3, his words hanging heavy with unspoken pain. Marcus, whispering, repeats the haunting words. He vanished when I was 3. In the hidden archive, Lydia cries, don't play that tape, Marcus, as she lunges for the controls, desperation etched on her face. Marcus, ignoring her plea, presses play. A burst of static erupts, filling the room with deafening white noise. A distorted voice cuts through the static. Marcus? Marcus, son? If you're hearing this, run. The voice crackles with urgency, a dire warning echoing in the confined space. It copied me, I'm not. The broadcast abruptly cuts, leaving a chilling silence in the cramped archive room. Marcus gasps, his face paling as a terrifying realization dawns. He clutches his throat, struggling for air. Dad, it had him. Marcus chokes out, his eyes darting wildly, searching for an unseen threat. Lydia firmly takes Marcus's hand, her voice sharp with warning. It wants you next, Marcus. Be careful. In the hidden archive, suspicion clouds Marcus's face as he abruptly pulls back. His sharp gaze pierces Lydia, questioning. How long have you been at the station? Lydia freezes, her expression a mix of surprise and growing apprehension. Marcus points a condemning finger at a tape, its label now under intense scrutiny. In the archive, dust dances in Marcus's flashlight, revealing rows of forgotten tapes and equipment. Marcus's face is a mask of suspicion as he stares intently at Lydia. Lydia's eyes widen, reflecting the harsh light. No, I escaped. Before it fully copied me, I kept my mind, she pleads, but Marcus backs away, unconvinced. The radio studio pulses with a nightmarish chorus, a cacophony of voices that seem to seep from the very walls. Whispers and shouts overlap, creating a disorienting symphony that drowns out reality. The creature's voice cuts through the noise, a seductive invitation laced with menace. Marcus, open the door. The creature's voice continues, promising insidious belonging. You're already one of us. Lydia is present, but silent amidst the auditory assault. Her expression unreadable in the dim, flickering light. Under humming fluorescent lights, Lydia gestures urgently at Marcus across the cluttered control panel, her face pale but resolute. Turn the transmitter to full power. Blast the frequency, Lydia demands, her voice tight with desperation. Marcus stares back, concern etched on his face. What about you? He asks, his eyes searching hers. Lydia steels herself, her voice unwavering. I am a copy, too. Overloading the signal will erase me as well. Marcus screams, his hand slamming down on the switch, unleashing a surge of raw power through the radio station. The station erupts in light as a white, burning frequency pulses through the building. Copies dissolve into static, their voices twisting into horrifying shrieks. A ghostly whisper echoes through the chaos. Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.